Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Love the Ones You're With. I apologize right out of the gate today. I have a cold, and it's one of those colds where it's just, you want to die. You start coughing, and you can never stop. So I am excited. These sessions have been so much fun so far, and I can't wait to introduce our guest today. Hopefully she'll be joining us, and if not, I'm going to add her in. Just give me 1 second here. Perfect. All right. So, again, sorry, I apologize. I have the worst cold ever, so if I start coughing and I just drop to the floor dead. Okay, Allison, I have dropped you a little invite, so hopefully you should see that and you should be able to click accept. And if you get that, you should be able to join me. All right, so while we're waiting for Allison, guys, there's a landing page for these now. So if you've missed any of the last couple of Love the Ones You're With sessions, you can find them at lovetheonesyou'rewith.com, and you have to spell your correctly to get there. So there's your little grammar lesson of the day. So hopefully Allison's going to be joining me. I'm going to try and, Allison, you should have gotten a little invite, and if you're on your phone, it'll just pop up as a little invite. Oh, technology is so much fun, y'all. I love it when this happens. Allison, just try popping in, seeing if you see a little invite there. Oh, Lordy. All right. Well, in the meantime, hopefully Allison will be joining us. I'm loving the responses from these videos. So, Allison, hopefully, are you on your phone? Do you have your camera on, or are you on? Let's try this again. I've sent you the invite. Okay, well, maybe we'll start this over again, you guys. This is always a lot of fun when this happens, and we'll just go with it. So, you're gonna see a lot of my fingers here. Oh, there we go. Approve. Always a win when we can get technology to work. Thanks for hanging in there with us. We are gonna see Allison any minute. Alison Wisnom is going to be joining us today on Love the Ones You're With. I'm very excited. Allison, you should be seeing this come up any second. It says that it's adding you. There you are. Yay! It works. The first few minutes are always a little stressful.
Okay.
Perfect. So if you're watching me on your screen, go ahead and mute that so that we can. Okay, perfect. Awesome. How are you?
Over 40 because I can't operate technology.
It's okay. It's totally okay. We'll pretend we're millennials today and we'll just make it work.
Awesome. Hey, Eric.
Welcome to Love the Ones You're With.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited you're on the show. So tell everybody who's watching a little bit about you, who you are, where you work, what your story is, and then tell us your favorite thing that you do to love on the clients you already have.
Okay, so I'm an agent. I'm licensed in Hawaii.
Yay!
Yeah. Look, I'm not in Hawaii. It's snowing outside. Yeah. So I worked in Hawaii for about 5 years, and about 6 months or so ago, my husband's job was transferred. So we moved to the DC area. And I'm still operating my business in Hawaii with a business partner there.
Awesome.
Oh, hi, Jason. Hi, Joyce. Wow. Okay.
Fun fact, I'm actually going to Hawaii for the first time in my life next month. I'm so excited.
Awesome. I bet I know a few people you'll visit.
Probably.
Cool. So I really can get behind the topic of love the ones you're with because, you know, as we talked to Inman about having some introvert tendencies, and I really would rather, you know, get into the people that I already know than go out and meet more and more and more people. And after having been in sales for about 20 years, I feel like my head is so full of people. So
Right.
I really like to expend the energy making those relationships better. And having this whole, you know, move and everything, you know, it's kind of taken everything that I had, you know, and shaken my whole life upside down on the floor. And then you have to be really particular about what you want to put back in or keep.
Yeah.
So when my partner Anita and I were talking about, you know, how you could run the best business, like what would the best real estate business look like from scratch, top to bottom. And we were trying to think of all of the pain points that people have and address them. And a lot of that client care stuff came out of that.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
So a little backstory on what we're talking about. Alison and I met in a session at Inman this year that was real estate for introverts. And it was kind of a risky session. Stacy Staub and I decided that this was something we were going to lead because it was something that everyone kept bringing up. And we thought, gosh, this could be a flop. Maybe no one will show up. But there were like 50 or 60 people in the room for that conversation. And it was really awesome because there were actually a lot of people that put their hand up and said, I'm introverted and I work in the real estate industry. And, you know, like, I'm not maybe going to do all of those things that everybody else says they're going to do, but I still want to have a really relationship-based and thriving business. And that was a really good conversation. So I think it's a great place to start because not everybody gets the chance to kind of move their business and start it over again and have to turn it upside down and figure out what sticks. So when you did that,
Not an opportunity. Good job.
right. So when you had the chance to sort of turn your business upside down, like what stuck? Like what are the key things that you do that you said, these are the things I'm going to definitely continue to do in my business for my clients?
Well, I think, you know, some of those introverted tendencies mean that I'm a really responsible person, you know, but not necessarily like the life of the party, right? I love to have a really deep one-on-one conversation with somebody, and I like to really tackle a problem, and so that attracts certain kinds of clients. So, you know, knowing what you're good at and sticking with those kinds of clients, for one. You know, one of the things that we looked at, we started to get more listings, and it's like, okay, well, what do people, you know, how can we take better care of the clients that, you know, whose homes we're selling?
Right.
And, you know, I kept thinking about how people have complaints. You know, what complaints do people have about listings? And one of those is about, you know, they're not presenting my house the way I would want to present it.
Right.
Of course, you know your house best, and you know, we're there to discover that. And so we instituted some processes where we show them how we create their listing comments. You know, we put together, it's a 5x5 box, basically telling, you know, the 5 most likely buyers and the 5 best qualities that we see in their home and who we think is going to show up and why. And then we involve them in writing those comments and have them approve them. So, you know, we're not saying something that they don't want said, or we don't miss something that, you know, they think is really important, you know. We have them, we write a lot of blog articles about listings, both about the house and about the neighborhood. And we send out a series of questions, and not everybody wants to answer them. They don't, you know, not everybody wants to be that involved, but we give them the opportunities to be involved if they want to. We ask them, you know, what would somebody not know about your house if they're just searching this online? What's your favorite thing about living here? You know, what are your best memories of this town, of this city, or of this neighborhood, you know? And we put their comments in our blog articles as quotes because, you know, they can say some things that we can't necessarily. And then it is personal. It does create an emotional connection for people who want it.
I love that. I love the idea of like almost using your clients to create like a Mad Libs for your listing comments, right? Give us the top 5 adjectives you would use to describe the house and your memory. Like, I love that because I think it is true. I've listed my house recently, and because I'm me, I wrote the comments and sent them to my agent and said, do this. But, like I can totally see that sometimes people would feel a little detached from that process and say, well, I have a lot of feels about this property. So I love that you include them in the process. That's awesome.
Or they think we're missing something that should be in there,
Right.
I don't want to miss anything important. So, help us out, as much
Right.
as they.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. So what else? What are the other things, like your favorite things that you do with your clients that make you just, feel awesome?
So I was thinking back to the first two homes that we bought. And the first home that we bought, I cannot tell you who the realtor was. I can't tell you anything about that transaction. I don't know. I couldn't have even remembered his name to call him again when we wanted to sell it. The second home that we bought, there were so many small touches that were so meaningful to me. And I wasn't a realtor. It was, at least 10 years before I became a realtor. But I was about 30 and I was pregnant with my second child. And the realtor brought us a closing gift, and the closing gift had something for my son, and it had something for the baby that was about, to be born. And the neighbor came over and she brought something, and she was both the realtor and our neighbor were older ladies who, would have, college age or adult children.
Right.
And they were attentive to, the fact that to the family that I was pregnant, that, her little kid was moving in next door. The family that was leaving left the basketball hoop and a new basketball for my son,
Aww.
That I remembered that feeling of the older women in the community looking out for us and taking care of us and kind of giving the, we've been there, we get it. So one of the things that's, the introvert tendencies, right? Like, it's definitely more comfortable to, keep up with people on Facebook and comment on things here and there. And so a lot of my younger clients are having babies, their first and second and, sometimes third. And we always send a baby gift, and we are always, loving watching your family grow. And for the mom, and something for the baby, and something for the, big brother or sister.
Yeah.
Just, we're watching out for you guys. We appreciate your family, and we're here if you need anything.
Yeah, that's really special. I mean, just finding those small things that mean something to that person, and being there in those moments that are really big for your clients, but seem like such a small thing to bring a baby gift or whatever. I love that. And, I know you were really...
State.
Right, exactly. I know you were really nervous about this conversation because, as an introvert, but I think it's important for the people that are watching that not all of the things we do to love on our clients have to be these big, shiny, fancy, wonderful things. Everybody's going to do it a little differently. And I was so excited that you put your hand up to be on here because I think it's important that we also remember it's the little moments. And, some of our clients are going to be introverts and they're not going to want some big thing. They might just really remember you for that really special small moment. So including people in writing the comments and being there for them in those, maybe even just, I love the idea of maybe reaching out to the neighbors and saying, hey, you have a new neighbor and they're, from far away and they don't know anybody. And,
Actually, we had a client move into a new neighborhood, and I said, she has two small children. I said, do you want to be introduced to the neighborhood? What would you like them to know about you?
Aww.
So we sent a card to the whole neighborhood, explaining where they went to school, how old they were, what her business was, and saying, these are the things they like to do, and if you want to join in, then here's where you can contact them. So, I know not everybody wants to share that information, but
sure.
She did. So
that's awesome. That's so special. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I try and keep this around the 15-minute mark, so you're going to be off the hook here. But thank you. It's so nice to see your face, and just nice to hear that there are people out there that are looking for those small, relationship moments. And I think it's important that we remember it's about those too, right? It's so important. So
absolutely, and it's about just creating fans. Get your fans out there. Recruiting for you and talking about you, and the first client that we had, right, that contribute to the blog article. You know, she's been talking us up to the whole neighborhood, and we've now gotten from that. And you know, she's been a great voice for us.
That's awesome.
And whatever you say you're going to do, you have to just do it.
That's right. That's right. So important. So important. Well, Alison, thanks for joining me. How can people reach you other than Facebook? A website? Are you getting referrals for Hawaii, or are you asking for referrals for?
Nope, I'm only working in Hawaii.
Okay.
I do work with a lot of military folks, and
Awesome.
I'm on the East Coast, so I can meet with them before they go.
Awesome.
But Alison at AlisonWisnom.com.
Perfect. Good stuff. Well, thank you so much. I know this time goes really fast, but I got a few really good, just like heart moments out of that. So thanks for sharing. And for everyone watching, thank you. And please reach out to Alison if you have referrals for Hawaii. And I have a really fun guest for next week. So stay tuned. We'll have another one next week.
Awesome. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Have a good day.
Yeah.